All right, guys, so I got a grenade launcher. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the PilotPatriot channel. All right, technically this is not a grenade launcher, it's a 37mm flare launcher. And this particular one came from IWA. Now, a lot of you guys might have seen my video on the flashbang grenades and smoke grenades from IWA, and I really love those products. Now, I did get some mixed reviews here in the YouTube comments, but that is to be expected. A lot of guys seem to think that they're supposed to hear a super loud bang through their computer speakers, and obviously that's just not how it works, guys. IWA puts out a lot of really cool products, including their smoke grenades, flashbang grenades, and this 37mm flare launcher. Now, before we even get into the video, I can guarantee you that this will impress you. And yes, this is basically a grenade launcher. Now, you're not going to be able to get frag grenades or something like that, but there are a lot of 37mm cartridges available to the civilian market that will work with this launcher. The ones I have here today are these flash concussion rounds from IWA. These things are very impressive. This thing launches them a very long ways, and you get a super loud bang and a very bright flash from it, but we're going to get into that later. We're going to get out here in the field. I'm going to launch a few for you guys so you can see how that works. We're also going to get in here to the tabletop and show you all the features of this launcher. But first, guys, if you haven't done it yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit that notification bell, and give us a thumbs up. So what are the purposes of having something like this? Well, for us as civilians, the main purpose would be a signaling device. So like I said, you have flash concussion rounds, you have some smoke rounds that you can get for these things, and several others. And the main purpose for something like that for the civilian market would be for signaling. If you are in distress or lost or something like that, you can launch the appropriate colored smoke round to alert nearby people to your location or to mark a certain area for whatever your purposes might be. You can also use these flash concussion rounds. You want to fire those straight up in the air, and it's going to make a nice loud bang, a really bright flash, especially in low light or nighttime situations, to alert people to where you are. Now, IWA offers several different versions of this. Now, this is the full launcher kit. So this is a self-contained launcher. You have your telescoping stock here on the back, you have a pistol grip, you have a sight here up front, and then your main launcher here on the bottom. Some other versions you might be interested in, you can buy just this launcher here that will mount to the bottom of your AR-15 rifle. You can also part this thing out with different sighting options, different stock options, and all that you'll see on the IWA website. Of course, I will have links to all that stuff in the description below if you want to get that for yourself. Now, I do want to point out, you don't have to only use the IWA 37mm cartridges. This launcher will work with most industry standard 37mm cartridges. There are a lot of really cool options out there for different applications and stuff like that, so you can pick up pretty much any standard 37mm cartridge that is meant for a launcher and fire it out of this bad boy right here. And before we get any deeper, I do want to show you a couple other products that IWA offers with this. We have a single cartridge pouch that's meant just for one cartridge. We also have a double cartridge pouch and a triple cartridge pouch. These are all MOLLE compatible, so you can attach these to your packs, to your plate carriers, whatever you want to do. We also have a leg pouch here. This is designed to wrap around your leg and attach to your belt so you can carry this on your thigh. Again, you're going to have some MOLLE webbing here on the front to attach other accessories and things like that. But the way this pouch is designed, the top opens just like that, and you can see you have compartments here to hold up to 8 37mm cartridges. Now, we are going to get out here in the field, and I'm going to show you just how awesome these are. Again, the ones I have here are the flash concussion rounds, and you might be wondering to yourself, just how loud is it? Again, through the video camera or through your computer or phone speakers, you're not really going to be able to tell. So the best way I can compare this is the sound that I hear when I fire this thing is compatible to about a pound of tannerite. So if you guys have ever shot tannerite, you get a huge boom, a nice big concussion, and that's about what you're going to get from something like this. Those of you that were not impressed with my flashbang grenades, these bad boys right here are much louder. I gotta admit, guys, these things are very impressive. Now let's get into the tabletop and I'll show you some of the features of this launcher. Before we get back to the video, I want to talk to you guys about prep with PilotPatriot.com. The world is in a fragile place right now. Now is the time to prepare for more instability in the future. Do you have enough emergency food on hand to get you through severe shortages? The fact is that most people don't, and that's why I recommend My Patriot Supply. They are America's largest emergency preparedness company. Their food lasts up to 25 years in storage, so when you need it, it'll be there. And if you act today, you can save $150 on their 3-month emergency food kit. You'll get 3 solid months of breakfast, lunch, dinners, drinks, and even snacks. So when emergencies and shortages happen, you won't go hungry when you have this emergency food. So go to prepwithpilotpatriot.com and save $150 on that 3-month emergency food kit. That's prepwithpilotpatriot.com and get your family's emergency food while you still can. All right, guys, now let's get in here and take a closer look at the ML37 flare launcher from IWA. This thing is very lightweight for what it is. IWA weighs this in at 4.6 pounds. It's going to be made from a 7075 T6 aircraft grade aluminum, and it has a very nice corrosion resistant finish on it. Now let's take a look at the features of this thing, starting at the front and working our way back. Again, we have a 37mm smooth bore tube here. The total length of the tube is going to be 230 millimeters, and your release button is going to be right here on the back of that tube. So you just push that release and she's going to pop right open for you to load your rounds. I do have an empty cartridge here, so we're just going to pop that bad boy in. You can see how that works, and then you just close it back up and she is ready to go. To unload, again, you just hit your release button and you can see it has some very convenient little cutouts here, so you can easily grab onto the back of the rim of that cartridge and pull it right out. Right here behind that release button is going to be your safety. So you can see here on the opposite side you have white is safe. You push that through and you have red for fire. Up above that you have this flip up ladder style sight, so you just flip that up and that's going to give you your range. And you can see you have a front dot sight here, so you're just going to line that up with these notches. Up here on the top you have a 3-sided Picatinny rail here to attach any other optics or accessories. Down here looking at the trigger, we have a double action only trigger, and as you can tell it does have that familiar Glock style trigger safety. So unless you have proper finger placement on that trigger to depress the trigger safety, it is going to prevent that trigger from moving, but as soon as you get proper finger placement on the trigger, it is going to allow that trigger to move. Now obviously the trigger with something like this is not anything super special. It is long and heavy but relatively smooth. Back here you do have your standard Magpul MOE grip. Right here is the release for your adjustable stock. The way that works is you have a little button here. You're going to push that in and push this lever forward, and that's going to allow you to pull that stock back and lock it in. As you can see, it does have several preset points here for locking that stock at different lengths. And then to push it all the way in for storage, same thing in reverse. You do have a sling attachment point here on the back. This is going to work well with a single point style sling. If you're interested in more of an AR-15 style adjustable stock for this, IWA does offer this launcher kit with a more traditional AR-15 style stock that might be a little bit easier for you guys to operate. But I really like how nice and compact this version is when the stock is compressed all the way in. Now taking a quick look at our 37mm rounds, this is just a giant cartridge basically. You have your primer here on the back, your rim and casing, and I'm not going to pretend to really know what's on the inside of this thing, but it does have this waterproof seal coating on the top. So as long as you store these properly, you don't have to worry about these going bad or anything like that. The ML37 is made in Austria, but IWA is an American company that imports these products to make them available to the American market. And that's pretty much it for the features of this thing. Now let's get out here and shoot it. All right, guys, we are on the range with our 37mm flare launcher from IWA, and we have a 37mm flash concussion round here. Let's try this bad boy out. Now, I've already done this, and it is crazy loud. Hopefully you guys can pick it up there in the camera. All right, here we go. I hope you guys caught that. Now, I know you couldn't pick that up coming through the camera, but to me, the sound was about the same as 1 pound of tannerite. When you shoot 1 pound of tannerite, that's what it sounded like. And there's a really good flash too. You could see it very clearly here in the bright sunlight. I know at night that would be a super bright flash. That was very impressive. All right, guys, I'm about 120 yards from my berm down there. I have a camera down right at the bottom of the berm pointing up. I'm gonna try my best to get a good video of this for you guys without destroying my camera or starting a fire or anything like that. So, wish me luck. All right, guys, that is it for our 37mm grenade launcher or flare launcher from IWA. This thing is cool. And the best thing about it is you can get one for yourself. This particular version is very expensive, but like I said, they do make the other versions that attach to your AR-15s and things like that if you're interested in those. Again, I will have a link to the full kit as well as all the other versions. Now, because of YouTube restrictions, if you can't find the link in the description below, make sure you check out my Linktree. I will put the IWA website there in my Linktree if you want to get one of these for yourself. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Something like this is super versatile. There's a lot of different cartridges you can get out there on the market. Like I said, smoke rounds, flash rounds, flares, some other non-lethal rounds and things like that. As always, make sure you support the channel by checking out PilotPatriotApparel.com. You can also get over to our new Facebook page, Instagram. Also, all our videos are over on Rumble, so make sure you go follow us over there. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.